Let's see what Zash did.
There he is. It's Lord Zash's apprentice. Surely he knows.
You wouldn't tell us if he did.
Warpain's Brigan Iswis Buidan.
Still, it doesn't hurt to ask, does it?
Colonel, let it rest.
I will not let it rest. Everyone knows Lord Zash was at the party when Scotia was killed, and yet everyone knows she killed him. She somehow devised a way of being in two places at once. If I let it rest, we'll all be dead.
You cowards.
That's not fear I smell, is it?
No, of course not. But one must be ever vigilant on Drummond Cast so that your enemies don't gain an advantage.
Maybe you shouldn't talk so much then.
But I must know. Please, you must tell me. How did Zash kill Darth Scotia?
I did it.
Actually, I killed Scotia.
Clearly he's not saying anything, Colonel. Let it rest.
Fine then, fine. But I'm warning you, Calaveras. Lord Zash is becoming too powerful too quickly. Since when has anyone in the history of the Sith committed a murder so brazenly, yet made it appear that she was somewhere else the entire time? It's enough to wake the Emperor, I tell you.
Fine, just ignore me. Everyone else does. Ooh, a nice new attire.
Perfect timing, apprentice. I just met with that insufferable Thanaton, and I have good news.
How was it?
How did your meeting go?
You would have been proud of me. I went into a reprimand, but I emerged a Darth.
And what about me?
Do I get a promotion too?
For now, you remain my capable apprentice. However, a Darth can raise an apprentice to a lord, so your prospects just improved. Remember the map you found on Korriban that pointed us to the power of Tulak Horde? The first piece of that artifact, that power, is here on Drummond Cast. This piece is in the deepest chamber of the Dark Temple. Scotia always hoarded the key to the chamber like a Hutt hoards his credits. Now I have Scotia's title, his chambers, his research, and his key. He always said I would enter the Dark Temple over his rusting corpse. However, I won't be the one to go into the Dark Temple. You will.
Me again.
I always have to do your dirty work.
Daupain Aipain, Karahita Bawarp.
Before I went to Korriban to choose an apprentice, a furious apparition awakened in the Dark Temple, implacable in its anger, murdering all who trespassed on the innermost chamber. But I had a dream. An apprentice of low origin humbled himself before the apparition, pacifying it. That's why you and your peers were singled out.
Maybe it was just a dream.
I wouldn't put so much faith in dreams.
Dreams are when the Force speaks to us most loudly. I believe what I have foreseen. You must go into the temple and face the apparition. And when you do, I believe that your humility will be the key. Still, I want you to know, I'm not certain you're the one from my dream. I fear I may be sending you to your death.
I like killing ghosts.
I eat apparitions for dinner.
You have a wonderfully deranged mind, and you're right. Tulak Horde's power awaits us both. We must not lose sight of this goal. Use this glyph to enter the innermost chamber of the Dark Temple. Humble yourself before the apparition, and bring back the piece of the artifact.
Sai Galut Saira, Iswis Us Urf Bandan, Ja Atnam, In Puidangarja.
I will, Kim. You always have my back.
The artifact is in the Dark Temple. Be careful.
So we're officially a lord now. Sweet! And that'll be this episode. I have a little special surprise for you next episode, so have fun, play safe, and I'll see you next time. Hello, and welcome back. As promised, my special surprise, you may notice that our name has changed. And, it's just kind of fun for, like, role-playing, stuff like that. But, We are a free man. We are Sith now. Our chains are broken. So we cast aside our old name, and we are reborn from the ashes like a phoenix. And so we are now Listen. Or, I also like the other pronunciation, Lyson. Like, lying is a sin, so listen, Lyson. But, I really like that name. Like, I came up with it, a long time ago. My first Inquisitor, that was his name. But as I mentioned, like, in the first episode or two, I took a break, and when I came back, my character names were given away, and someone else thought of that amazing name and took it. So I was very distraught and sad, and I just kind of like left the game. But I recently tried seeing if the name was available, and it was actually. So I absolutely want that name, so we went ahead and switched. So there we go. Yeah, that's the story behind that. Let's see what this guy wants.
It is rare for a slave to rise so far so fast. That takes a very clever sword. I am the apprentice and voice of Darth Charnas. I speak in his name, and I would bargain for your services.
I don't deal with servants.
If your master needs me, he can come to me himself.
My master prefers to remain in the shadows, but do not doubt his power, nor his ability to reward success. I speak for him. I require individuals capable of gaining prestige in a society weaned on secrecy and madness. Individuals who can earn respect, if not love. I need infiltrators to eliminate an enemy of the Sith. You would serve well.
I am no servant.
I serve no one. I suggest you learn that quickly.
I chose my words poorly. I apologize, but you are needed. Our enemy is the Order of Revan, a cult of fools hidden at every stratum of Imperial society. For years, the Revanite heretics have secretly recruited military officers, powerful Sith, wealthy mercenaries, anyone who can add to their power.
Heretics?
What makes them heretics?
Instead of following the Emperor and his Dark Council, the Revanites follow a long-dead Sith Lord, tainted by Jedi ways. If you can uncover the Revanite leader's identity for us, my master will reveal him to the Dark Council. His destruction would be assured. All you have to do is join the cult. I can get you inside, but you must earn their trust.
At least take it along well with people.
I'm sure they'll take to me immediately.
The Revanites have a secret compound in the jungle. Take this token to the cultist at the entrance. He will initiate you. Earn an audience with their leader. When you have seen his face, return here, and you shall have your reward.
Very well. It's actually a pretty long question, so I'm just gonna show the dialogue for it, so let's head to the wall.